Hello children. Today's topic is Oswald's dilution law. Myself Dr. Digna Varghese. Oswald's dilution law. The Oswald's dilution law is based on the Arrhenius theory. Dilution law is a relationship proposed in 1888 between the dissociation constant, that is Kd, and the degree of dissociation, that is alpha, of a weak electrolyte. Oswald's dilution law, proposed in 1888 by the great scientist Frederick Wilhelm Oswald. He was a great German chemist and philosopher. The Oswald's dilution law is the mathematical expression by applying the law of chemical equilibrium. Consider a reaction in which the electrolyte, that is a weak electrolyte, Ba, which is ionized as B plus A minus. We know Oswald's dilution law is based on the Arrhenius theory. Theory of electrolytic dissociation assumes that a dynamic equilibrium between the ions, that is here Ba ionized as B plus A minus. According to Arrhenius theory, there is a dynamic equilibrium between the ions and the unionized molecules in electrolyte solution. Here we are considering an aqueous solution of a binary electrolyte Ba of concentration C mole per liter and alpha be the degree of dissociation. So the dissociation and equilibrium conditions may be represented here. The initial concentration of Ba, that is C, the initial concentration of B plus ion is 0 and A minus ion is 0. The equilibrium concentration, that is C into 1 minus alpha, B plus in equilibrium concentration is C alpha, and for A minus the equilibrium concentration is also C alpha. The dissociation and equilibrium is represented by using the equation Ba in equilibrium with B plus A minus, whose initial concentrations are C. For Ba, there is no, at that time there is no B plus and A minus ions. It is in the initial stage only in the unionized form. So the ion's concentration is 0. Equilibrium concentration of, after some time there is equilibrium occurs. So the equilibrium concentration of the electrolyte, that is C into 1 minus alpha, and for the ion, positive ion, that is C alpha, and for the negative ion also C alpha. An aqueous solution of a binary electrolyte, say Ba, of concentration C mole per liter, let alpha be the degree of dissociation. The Ba electrolyte ionizes as B plus A minus. This part is ionized part and this is unionized part. According to Arrhenius theory, the electrolytic dissociation assumes that a dynamic equilibrium exists between the ions and unionized molecules in electrolyte solution. Oswald's dilution law is based on this Arrhenius theory. Okay, the initial concentration of Ba electrolyte is C. At initial stage, there is no ionized molecules, so its concentration is 0. After reaching equilibrium, the equilibrium concentration is C into 1 minus alpha. For cations, C alpha is the equilibrium concentration. For anions, C alpha is the equilibrium concentration for the weak electrolyte. We know for a strong electrolyte, it is completely ionized in and there is no equilibrium. But in the case of weak electrolyte, this and there is unionized part and a ionized part is there. C is the concentration of the electrolyte. After reaching equilibrium, it is the degree of dissociation is 1 minus alpha, and for degree of dissociation of Ba electrolyte to B plus A minus, its concentration is C into alpha, C into alpha. Here alpha is the number of molecules dissociated into ions divided by total number of molecules. Alpha is the degree of dissociation, which is equal to number of molecules dissociated into ions divided by total number of molecules. So, applying the law of chemical equilibrium, the equilibrium constant K is equal to C alpha, that is concentration of B plus into concentration of A minus divided by concentration of Ba, that is equal to concentration of B plus is equal to C alpha, concentration of A minus is equal to C alpha at equilibrium. At equilibrium concentration, the Ba is equal to C into 1 minus alpha, that is equal to K is equal to C square alpha square divided by C into 1 minus alpha. Then we can write K is equal to C alpha square into 1 minus alpha. The variation of degree of dissociation of an electrolyte with a concentration C. This is the mathematical representation of the Oswald's dilution law, that we can represent it as a equation number 1 for a binary electrolyte of the type Ba. If we represent, if we can write as C is equal to 1 by V mole per liter. C is equal to 1 by V mole per liter. So the expression K is equal to alpha square divided by V into 1 minus alpha, where C is equal to 1 divided by V mole per liter. For the weak electrolyte, for which the degree of dissociation alpha very much less than 1, the Oswald's dilution law or formula may be approximated to K into C alpha square. That is, alpha is equal to very much less than 1 for a weak electrolyte. So, we can write K is equal to C alpha square. From this, K is equal to, we can write K is equal to alpha square by V. We know C is equal to 1 by V. Or alpha is equal to square root of K by C, or alpha is equal to square root of K into V. So for the weak electrolyte, the degree of dissociation alpha is inversely proportional to the square root of concentration, or directly proportional to the square root of volume. So for weak electrolyte, the degree of dissociation is inversely proportional to square root of concentration, directly proportional to the square root of volume. Applications of Oswald's dilution law. The first application is the calculation of the degree of dissociation of weak electrolytes for a weak acids and weak bases. The second application of Oswald's dilution law is that the calculation of pH of an aqueous solution of a weak acid HA. Third application is the calculation of the ionization constants of weak acid and base. Ostwald's dilution law is very useful for calculating the degree of dissociation of a weak electrolytes, that is weak acids and weak bases. Consider the dissociation of a weak acid, say here HA, in its aqueous solution, that is HA in water of concentration C mole per liter with a degree of dissociation alpha. So the equation is like that: HA plus water giving H3O plus A minus. A weak acid in aqueous solution ionizes as hydronium ion and its anionic part. Okay. So the initial concentration of HA is C and the ion in the solution is 0 at the initial stage. After reaching equilibrium, the equilibrium concentration of HA is C into 1 minus alpha, where alpha is the degree of dissociation, C is the concentration of the electrolyte, mole per liter, and the degree of dissociation is after the complete degree of dissociation, that is taken as unity. So at reaching equilibrium for a weak electrolyte, there is no complete ionization. So it will be equal to 1 minus alpha. Okay, therefore the equilibrium concentration of HA is C into 1 minus alpha mole per liter. For the ionized hydronium ion is C alpha mole per liter. For the ionization of HA into anion A minus, its concentration is also C alpha mole per liter. We can write Ka, that is the equilibrium constant for the weak acid A. A represents the acid, weak acid, and K is the ionization constant or equilibrium constant. That is written as C alpha square divided by 1 minus alpha. We know Ka is equal to concentration of HA, H3O plus into concentration of A minus divided by concentration of HA into concentration of water. Concentration of water is always taken as 1. So here the HA is equal to concentration of H3O plus is equal to C alpha into C alpha divided by concentration of HA, that is C into 1 minus alpha. So we can write in this way: the ionization constant of weak acid is Ka is equal to C alpha square into 1 minus alpha. From this we can calculate the K value of Ka again. Assume that or alpha is very much less than 1 for a weak acid. Okay. So we can write Ka is equal to C alpha square. By knowing the value of Ka and C, the concentration, it is possible to calculate the value of alpha, that is the degree of dissociation of a weak electrolyte. So alpha is equal to square root of Ka by C. So we can calculate the degree of dissociation of a weak acid here by using the formula alpha is equal to square root of Ka by C. Similarly, for a weak base BOH that ionizes in aqueous solution as BOH plus H2O in equilibrium giving B plus plus OH minus. The initial concentration of BOH is equal to C mole per liter. The ions in the initial stages, its concentration is 0. After reaching equilibrium, the equilibrium concentration of the weak acid is equal to C into 1 minus alpha mole per liter. And for the B plus ion, that is C alpha mole per liter, and for hydroxyl ion, C alpha mole per liter. We know the degree of ionization constant for a weak base, that is Kb is equal to C alpha square into 1 minus alpha, similar to the case of weak acid. From this we can apply an assumption that degree of dissociation for a weak electrolyte is very much less than 1. That is alpha very much less than 1. We can write the ionization constant for a weak base Kb is equal to C alpha square. From this, we can calculate the degree of dissociation of a weak electrolyte, here weak base, by knowing the value of Kb and C. So, alpha is equal to square root of Kb by C. By this way, we can calculate the degree of dissociation of weak base by Ostwald's dilution law. Next application is the calculation of the pH of an aqueous solution of a weak acid or a weak base. For the dissociation of equilibrium weak acid Ha, that is H3O plus is equal to C alpha. Concentration of hydronium ion is equal to C alpha. From this we can calculate the pH of the solution, aqueous solution of a weak acid. We know the concentration of the acid ion, so that we can calculate its pH. pH is equal to minus log 10 to the base, its concentration of H3O plus is equal to minus log C alpha. From this we can use the concentration of H3O plus, the value is C alpha. So we can write in this way, minus log C alpha. Similarly, for the dissociation of the equilibrium of a weak base BOH, we know the concentration of the hydroxyl ion, that is C alpha, at reaching equilibrium. Remember, the dissociation of weak electrolyte, that is acid BOH plus, in equilibrium with B plus plus OH minus. So, from this, at equilibrium concentration of OH minus is equal to C alpha. Therefore, we can calculate the POH minus log concentration of OH minus. We know the concentration of OH minus is equal to C alpha. Therefore, we may write in this way, that is minus log C alpha. Therefore, we can calculate pH is equal to 14 minus POH. We know pH plus POH is equal to 14. From that, we can calculate the pH of the weak base, that is 14 minus POH is pH. So, by using the Ostwald's dilution law, we can calculate the pH of an aqueous solution of a weak acid or a weak base. The third application of Ostwald's dilution law is the calculation of the ionization constant of weak acids and weak bases. Suppose the degree of dissociation alpha of a weak electrolyte, here it is a weak acid or a weak base, for a particular concentration C is determined from the conductivity measurements by the application of Colruyt's law that we have already discussed, and the equation we know, alpha is equal to lambda mc by lambda m0, where lambda mc is the molar conductivity at a particular concentration C, lambda m0 is the molar conductivity at infinite dilution. From this, By the application of Kohlrausch's law, we can calculate the degree of dissociation of a weak acid or a weak base. The equation for ionization constant by using the Ostwald's dilution law, that is, we know Ka is equal to C alpha square for a weak acid. For a weak acid, the ionization constant is equal to C alpha square. Alpha is obtained from the Kohlrausch's law. Then we can calculate the ionization constant for a weak acid. Similarly, we can calculate the ionization constant of a weak base by using the same equation, that is C alpha square. Alpha may get from the Kohlrausch's law. So we can use Ostwald's dilution law for the calculation of ionization constant of a weak acid and weak base. Limitations of Ostwald's dilution law. This applies only to weak electrolytes. It is based on the Arrhenius theory. It assumes that only a fraction of the electrolyte is dissociated at ordinary dilutions and complete dissociation occurs at infinite dilution. This is true only for weak electrolytes. Okay, we know strong electrolytes are completely ionized. For a strong electrolyte, even at low dilutions, and there is no equilibrium existing between ions and unionized molecules in solution. We know Ostwald's dilution law is based on Arrhenius theory. Arrhenius theory assumes that only a fraction of the electrolyte is dissociated at ordinary dilutions and complete dissociation occurs at infinite dilution. Okay. So there is an equilibrium existing between the unionized molecule and ionized part of the molecule. So this is true only for, that means Ostwald's dilution law true only for weak electrolytes. That is its limitation. Thank you for your attention.